Hello everyone, my name is Juan Camilo Valencia Mendoza. Allow me to introduce myself. I prefer be called Juanca because it's more formal than Juan Camilo. And please, you don't need to be so formal with me. I'm 28 years old. I'm a social communicator. I'm an audiovisual production lover. And I love so much the Bayern Munich soccer team. For me, this team is the best team in the world, isn't it? And I love swimming, I love skating, and in my free time, I like to spend time with my girlfriend, praising to God and talking about Jesus because for us, he is the only way for enjoy the life, isn't he? When I was born in Bogota, my parents had already had two kids, and for this reason, I am the youngest child of the family. And in this time, my parents hadn't thought yet that they were going to be parents one more time. Now, I tell you about my experience, first my work experience, and after my experience related to learning process of English language. Yeah. In 2011, I graduated of my major. By this day, I had already worked as community manager in a company of Madrid, Cundinamarca. But in this moment, I hadn't imagined yet that 2 years later, or 1 year later, I was going to be a teacher in a public school of Bogota as audiovisual production teacher. In this year, I figured out the teachness in my life. For me, the teachness is a gift of God, isn't it? About my experience related of English learning process, I started to study English in 2016 at Sena, but nowadays I'm studying English at Colombo. But by I began to study English at Colombo, I hadn't finished yet my sixth level at Sena. All knowledge that I could learn in Sena helped me to start at Colombo in a Skills 1. And finally, let's talk about netiquette. Netiquette is a group of rules that you can adopt or you can follow in a virtual context. But first, I want to share you my opinion about social networks because social networks are big part of netiquette. Yeah. For me, the social networks are definitely a waste of time, aren't they? And even though you can follow the next rules in the virtual context, like you should refrain from correcting rudely the spelling of other people, other person. You should respect different points of view that you see in a blog or a forum or a social network. Yeah. You have to be aware that the information that you post on internet is public, because internet is public, yeah? But when you had already posted some information like podcast, video, or documents, in this moment, this information was not yours. And finally, the grammar depends on the context. You can use a specific grammars when you are talking with your boss, and you can use other grammar when you are talking with a friend, because when you are talking with a friend, you can use abbreviations or other words, or you can make a mistakes or something like that. And this part can be summarized with this phrase: when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Yeah? Thanks so much. By I present this video, I had already felt nervous, but when I started to talk, I'm not nervous. I'm not feel nervous. Are I?